I slept. I made sure that I found a way through a cloud of haze. Every day I wept, found how to live through all them cloudy days. You know the mind's a maze with all its mixtures. It's always hard to get the entire scope of the picture. 1080p, that's you other busters, yeah, obsolete. Can't fuck with me, excuse my French, but I'm not discreet. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I've learned my lesson. I've learned 1996 birth, one of the greatest weapons untold. I'm destined to reach heights thought I could never see, but foolish thoughts rampage my heart and let me not reach the peaks that's entrusted to me. My belief shatter off past actions. I grieve, but grievance never really matter. It's how I choose to act differently in the coming battles to overcome my limitations and get out my shadow. But it's hard to wade in this water, but it was never shallow. Fuck it, let me get the paddles. Fuck that now, let me get this castle. Fuck that now, let me get this battle.
What it do, everybody? Welcome back to Squad Nero, your ultimate hub for all things anime. Whether you're a seasoned otaku or just stepping into the world of anime, you found your crew. I'm Sage, joined by Croco's Corner, Chef D, and T Smooth, here to guide you through epic battles, hidden gems, and unforgettable stories across anime, animation, film, and gaming. Tap in each week as we break down the latest, debate the hottest takes, and celebrate the culture. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also hit that noti bell just to make sure that you're staying up to date with a lot of content. If you haven't been tapped in, we've been dropping a whole lot of previous content that we should have dropped before. Appreciate y'all patience, but it's dropping now, so tap into that. Other than that, let the anime odyssey begin. Or let the journey begin. How y'all doing, gentlemen?
Doing good. It's good to be back.
Yes, sir.
Always good to be back. How's everybody's fourth? Real quick. Even though, you know.
My Juneteenth was better than my fourth this year, and I felt like that was fine.
Yeah, same.
But I'm tired, so all I did really was get some wine and watch movies. Caught up on some movies. And that was pretty much it for me.
What movies?
I saw Obsession, and I saw Supergirl.
Okay.
Quick thoughts on Obsession.
Oh, it was crazy. It was a ride. I didn't think that it would be as like grossish as it was.
Mm-hmm. It was.
The main character pissed me off though.
Yeah. he tended to do that with a lot of people.
Yeah,
but he a whole like.
Yeah, he one of them.
I mean, I would say racist. I said rapist. I meant.
Yeah, he is. That's the same thing I brought up, and I was explaining that to my significant other. I was like, "Yo, you realize?" Because she brought up the point. She was like, "It's like the girl is drunk," and I was like, "Exactly." So if he was doing all of this, and if she were to be drunk, you know what that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, this dude is a creeper, bro.
Ain't it weird that stuff like this make us root for those type of guys sometimes? Like the TV show You, nigga was a whole killer, and it's like at a certain point in the show or the movie, you kind of hoping he doesn't get caught or things work out. You're like, wait a minute, he's really
the worst person ever, right?
So my thing is, this how you knew he was a true villain when he was going to go see Homegirl, and the girl kind of like woke up a bit, and she's sleeping. I want you to take me out.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you knew he was a true villain. When he says, "You don't want to be with me."
What's wrong with being with me?
What's wrong with being with me?
Right.
Like that at that point, that's when you knew he was the true villain of the whole story.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Like,
that was crazy.
At that point, can you be mad for Homegirl getting the brick in the car?
All of that was his fault.
Nah,
he ruined 4 people's lives.
He did it. He did it to her. He was the true villain.
I call cap on something. We knew his bitch ass was the villain when he called that nigga to stop the wish, and the nigga on the phone was like, "You want to talk to her?" And she was just screaming in the background.
Yeah, and he just went along his merry day.
It wasn't even just that night, cause then he went home. And Shawty was standing there shitting and pissing her, ate the shit.
Yep. And he was like,
he did think twice about this.
Yeah. Then the dinner. That show you how weird he is. Then the dinner. You get this phone call. You know what you did. You know you wrong. It's starting to come to light. And then he go home and is like, oh yeah, let's do it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, bro?
Like my thing is that whole scene made me feel very uncomfortable because it was just so emotionless.
Oh yeah.
Great, you're doing it. Yeah, and I'm like, this is like I can't unsee this. Like,
it was bad. It was
very very.
I need
bad.
to go drink something to get this out my head.
It was a bad watch. It was very uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie.
What you rate it though?
I still like an 8 out of 10. It was interesting all the way through. I did appreciate that. I didn't get bored at a single second of it. It created good dialogue between me and my partner in regards to like what was going on and everything like that. In terms of like fear and thrill, like it was a thriller, and in terms of thrill, they absolutely captured on that. So yeah, I rate it high. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm just saying his best friend was the smart one because you know how every wish has its downside.
Mm-hmm.
That man just wished for money.
Well, and the funny part was, it's because he didn't think it was real.
I understand that. But I'm just saying,
that's
you wish
exactly
for money
what
and
another
you just put it
person would
away.
do.
Just put the money away. Don't put it in the bank. Put it in the mattress.
When he came to the house, he was like, "Yo, this shit's legit.
It's legit, yeah."
Yo, you better come get this bread, dog.
Right.
Leave your ass alone.
Yeah, he was like, "You can leave the house, bro. You don't need to be in the house. We got $1 billion. What do you?"
Just get rid of it. He wasn't gonna be able to get rid of it. It was all bad. Great movie though. I'm happy he was able to finally see that. We also got some members of the pod who went to see the illustrious Supergirl movie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We will be chatting about that a little bit later, but
it's gonna be a quick chat.
That, we got a lot of honorable mentions that we got to zoom through. A lot of good news and a lot of But let's get to it. Let's start it off with this DC animated series. Let me share my screen real quick just so we can see all of these things. Boom. All right. So we got DC Studios animated shows. I can't remember what event was going on recently, but DC ended up unveiling a couple of the projects that they're going to be working on. Hey, hold up. Where's the claps at? Where's the claps at? Hey, man, I just want to say thank you.
Did you say you want the clap?
Thank you, DC, for coming together and putting all those big brains together in the shareholder meeting and saying we need to greenlight an Absolute Batman animated series. You niggas are smart as hell. And I thank you for that. Thank you for using your common sense. It's greatly appreciated amongst us comic book fans. Because we've been banging on the desk for niggas to make an absolute series. Yeah, I should have greenlit the whole universe, to be honest with you. But beggars can't be choosers. I feel like we just happy with Absolute Batman. You got Starfire. You got Crypto, Mr. Miracle, Joker, Laugh Riot.
I'm going to say this. They could have held that Crypto series.
For sure.
We did not need
this.
that.
It's so ridiculous.
We did not. Like, why? Like, you love, like, I get it. People love dogs, but this man James Gunn love dogs way too much.
For real, I think looking at this list, I knew Creature Commandos was gonna be there. And
I needed that one.
Since it's gonna be animated, but it's like you have a show coming out and there's not much hype around it. But you have Batman, and like you said, having Crypto in there is just nonsense. We don't have anything for Superman. I mean, Wonder Woman, Superman.
Bro, I would have been okay with a Two-Face series.
Hell
Him
no.
being a lawyer leading into that, so I doubt it was better than Crypto.
Crypto probably for like, I don't know who's gonna watch that for real.
But my thing is, here's the thing: Creatures Commando was what TVMA. That Joker Laugh Riot better not be any old comedic PG-13 type ordeal. That needs to be on the same level as Creature Commando, in my opinion.
It's a good chance it won't be.
This is the Joker for the DCU.
I don't know.
It's a different project altogether. I know
it's supposed. I know what you mean. We don't know. We just don't know at this point if it will be the same Joker that will be used in live action.
Because is this Crypto gonna be like Crypto the Superdog when we was kids? That show?
Maybe, but
Hold
we
on.
we
I got
also
you.
really just don't
Hold
know.
on. The Joker Left Right is DC Studios' first ever official anime series.
Yeah.
Announced during the NSC's International Animated Animation Film Festival, the adult-oriented psychological drama follows the clown prince of crime as he goes on a ruthless crusade through Gotham's underworld to solve the murder of Batman. The series shifts Joker from a villain to a dark maniac vigilante as he grapples with the realization that he has no purpose without his arch nemesis.
It
I'm
might
not
be
gonna
rated
lie.
R. No, the idea
I kind of like that Batman being dead and like Joker's trying to find because they always said that you can't have Joker without Batman or Batman without Joker.
So
I'm not gonna lie,
I'm not mad at the actual plot of it. It just I want to just illuminate what you just got done saying. Is the idea of it does sour it if this is a overly comedic kind of PG-13 thing.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it will be PG-13, but I can almost guarantee that it's going to be a overly comedic. It's going to be like Harley Quinn. Like that Harley Quinn series. I know it doesn't need to be, but I just know that's likely the direction that it will go. This is probably being crafted within the same light of the idea of how the Harley Quinn series went, which I know in its first season was very successful, or at least not very, I don't know if very successful, but I do know that it had some level of success. We also got some comments here. We got our boy, Mr. Alkebulon. Alkebulon back. What's good with you, sir? Thank you again
I love
for
dogs too,
tuning
but I can't
in.
eat one by myself.
And then also, yes, that comment came from Ananzi 007. So thank you as well for joining us. Yeah, we were talking about these DC animated announcements. I honestly just feel like, in all honesty, I gotta like hold my breath a little bit when it comes to anything that's gonna be coming out with DC. The issue that we just faced with Supergirl, I do think that that's gonna be kind of replicated again with Mr. Miracle. People don't know who who this dude is. Like I even as a comic book fan, like I know his background. I've never personally read a book, like a comic book, where he has been where he's been the focus. I know that there are ones that exist, but I myself have never read one with him. I don't see that being something people are that interested in.
But you think about it, bro, like this is the new DCU. And I know James Gunn is in control, but having absolute Batman with Scott Snyder being in full control of that is cool. But if you bring it in Starfire, Crypto, Mr. Miracle, Joker, Creature Commandos, and Green Lantern, it's like, bro, y'all just...
It's not enough firepower. Even for animation, it would have to be something where it ends up being a pleasant surprise that the mass general would be willing to take a chance on. And that's kind of luck playing a part into it as well. This isn't a lineup that you say, okay, we're going to absolutely have people tuned in for all of our animated content. Outside of Absolute Batman, maybe depending on how Lanterns goes, you might be able to get some elevated attention and attraction from that over into Green Lanterns. Creatures Commando, the first season, I think did pretty good. We had 2 seasons of that. T, is that correct or am I mistaken?
Which show?
Creatures Commandos.
No, we only had 1 season. Just 1.
The second one, people may come back, but you know how second seasons go with things. Like there is a chance that you could get a fall off. And if that's a show that you got paired up with another, like with one show that's being a heavy hitter and the other one's really being question marks. Again, if Joker is a lot like Harley Quinn, I don't think that you're going to get as much of a connection and attraction from the general audience for that. I don't love the lineup. It's more in the direction of James Gunn trying to kind of draw on the more obscure. And I just don't know if that's necessarily the best thing to be doing for general audiences. All right, and we have some comments here. Y'all got, where we at?
Mr. Alkebulon, I'm sorry. Facts. The animation and writing been asked to me since the death of Dwayne McDuffie. Shaking my damn head.
Rest in peace. He was an OG.
Yeah, be on point for the day black physicists like Dwayne McDuffie take over the comics industry. Trust me, that day coming, and we'll smoke the big three. Hey,
Listen, brother,
I'm with
you
it.
know we with you. You know we with you when it comes to it. We absolutely understand that in terms of right now where we're at with black creators, and I mean this goes not only into comics and animation, which is obviously had a long standing, but even in the live action, it's been a lot more attention to detail and a lot more. Let's just call it care. There's been a lot more care with these things. So I would love if that day were to come, not just from this coming from the space as like a black man, but also just because I think that that level of care is something that like all comic book fans deserve.
yes, sir. All
This
right.
this isn't that though. You
Yeah.
know, this is far from it.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, we'll need an explanation. Just let me know what's the most what's the word? What's the show that you're looking forward to the most? I already know your answers.
Absolute Batman, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed they're going CGI. I mean, it's gonna look good regardless, but I'm like, I don't want it to be like uh the last episodes of Ninja Kaimoi, where it's
Yeah.
just, you know, some BS. But hopefully it works out. But I feel like Absolute Batman is by far the only one I'm gonna be watching and excited for.
Random question: does your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, is that technically CGI, or am I bugging?
That is a good question. Is that considered CGI? I felt like it didn't feel like it when watching it. But I don't know. I think that is 2D
Yeah, it
animation.
said
Yes,
it's
it's a
3D.
3D.
Is it
Yeah,
3D? It
3D
didn't, but you know
animated
what? That's why
CGI
they
series.
smoked that so well. It didn't feel like it when you were watching it.
Yeah,
Sometimes it'll feel like it and it won't work. Like I know that the Into the Spider-Verse series is something where it has 3D in it. If the whole thing is not 3D, but it does it in a way where it has enough artistic integrity for me to be like, okay, I can watch it without some, like you see it with anime happen a lot, where it's like it's too much. It's just too much on the eyes.
Yeah,
And then
I'm
it
not even a fan of the
Hmm.
neighborhood Spider-Man looking shit right now. For Batman, I'm not. For Absolute
yeah,
Batman.
no. No, I'm nervous about that part.
yeah,
But I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully they like Sony, go get a Sony studio, like one of the Japanese studios, to kind of be a lead on it, at least for that creative design, because they seem to make it a little bit more tolerable in terms of the American animation crossover. But
Hmm.
outside of that, yeah, bro, it'd be real iffy if they don't get the right studio to do it and it's 3D.
yeah. All right. Looking forward to that Absolute Batman though. I am curious to see what that CGI looks like. Also curious to see once we get more information. I know Mr. Miracle is supposed to introduce some interesting players into the DC universe landscape. I think one of them might be Martian Manhunter. I could be wrong.
I think Darkseid is supposed to come in that as well, which will
That
make
too.
sense that
Yeah,
Darkseid
Darkseid.
would.
Yeah.
But
Um.
uh,
Yeah. It's just we don't know, and obviously after James Gunn tenure so far, yeah. Um. All right. Nonetheless, let's move on to the next one. This is just a quick one. You don't really, unless one of y'all watched it, we don't have to really go too much in depth in it. Last season for Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, titled Calamity for this last season. I believe they released three or four episodes in theaters recently, and then they are starting to stream them as of July 25th. So they're going to start the weekly schedule, and then the final season will be complete after that, or final season, so we think. Um, Nonetheless, super excited about that. So if you're interested in that, tap in. Any of y'all got anything to say real quick about Bleach or no?
I'm just excited. I probably will see it on. Well, yeah, I guess at this point I have to see it on the anime side. But I am happy that it's come back. And honestly, I kind of like the way that they went with things. Like they took their time, but it wasn't.
Hold
Did we
on.
lose him?
I believe so.
Damn.
Oh man.
Hopefully he comes back.
I think I cut out.
Oh
But
yeah,
here
you
he
did.
is.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it still says at the top it's trying to reconnect. I don't know what happened there. But I'm like I like how they did the taking time approach. It wasn't something where it took a lot of years, but it also was like it also I know why they did it, and I know how important this ending is, and the idea of them ending Bleach properly was to them. So I think not only in their care for the product, but also their care for how fans would feel. I respect the time that they took for it. That's it that I got though, because I just look forward to seeing it.
Same. I'm super curious, especially with all the news coming out supposedly that we're getting another arc in Bleach, the Hell arc, the long anticipated Hell arc. So hopefully that's the case, and then this just galvanizes even more people behind the cause of Bleach, getting more interested into the story as a whole. Anybody else have anything for Bleach?
Nope.
No sir.
I need to play catch up on that one.
All right. X-Men 97 season 2 has officially premiered now. First 3 episodes out now on Disney Plus. They did release a somewhat fairly new teaser. I'm not gonna play that right now. It's no point. The 3 episodes are already out. Has anybody tapped into the 3 episodes outside of myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Fire. I'm not gonna lie. Fire. It's been
Yeah, I like it. I like the pace of it.
I mean, damn, we only get 9 or 10 episodes. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only part I hate. But I thought it was pretty good.
What I think the MCU can learn from X-Men 97 is the way they're able to interweave such complex characters together. And it doesn't just have to be just mutants. Like, I'm pretty sure we've seen Spider-Man was a part of X-Men 97 at some point in time. You got Rama Tut in this one now, who's technically Kang, who isn't necessarily a mutant villain per se, but it just shows how intertwined the overall universe was, and it's just seamless in comparison to like MCU. It's like pulling teeth out to be like, oh no, this person is connected to this person and all that jazz. But that's what I'm really liking. Story is fire. Animation is cold as well. Fight scenes cold as well. Wolverine back in his primal state. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was episodes were good, but the Jubilee episode, I was like, yo, this power of friendship joint they got going on right now, low-key pissed me off.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because they talked about, they were like, look at T raise his head. They said Jubilee is, do you care if I spoil it to you?
You said the power of friendship, so I can care less. So go ahead and say
It was only like an episode where they catch like X Factor, X Factor catches Jubilee, and they got her in prison. Like, it's Polaris and Havoc and some other mutants, and Polaris frees her, and then Sunspot is like, we have to go back and save her. I'm like, bro, X-Force literally just told you the fate of mutant kind is on the tilt, and you talking about going to save Jubilee, and she's only in jail. I'm like, bro, what, like they gonna kill her? And then it was just like, all right, like this is cool. And then when she put the little headphones on and did her number and was fighting, I was like, all right, y'all, now y'all got her doing too damn much. Because when was Jubilee ever doing all this? But other than that, I still give it all a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the same. Having a thoroughly enjoyable experience so far. I'm just sad, like D was saying. I'm sad. You could be going crazy with like a 24 episode season. You could be going crazy.
Bruh.
Flesh out so much.
20, and they had 2 years, didn't they?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, and it was already worked on when they did the first season.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, yo, I'm pretty sure because Bo DeMaio is getting credit for this. This was already damn near done. So it was like, yo, if y'all had, bro, even if it was 15 episodes, like, bro, if episodes are only 30 minutes, do the anime blueprint. Give us 22 episodes. Give us like 18 episodes of this would have been fire, bro.
But
Yeah.
you gotta remember, they don't like us.
Yeah, because you could, if that's the case, you could have did 2 episodes a week.
Sadly, we also probably got labor laws like against niggas being
Hey.
shop.
We damn near. I never thought about that. We probably do this like, yo.
Yeah, so that could be it. I don't know. Nonetheless, tap into the X-Men 97 where y'all get a chance. New episode, I believe, probably drops on Wednesdays, I want to say.
I
Okay,
think
cool.
so.
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. Okay, I could be wrong. Just double check. Nonetheless, this is just a funny thing I've seen online. Insomniac Games did say online that their physical copies of Wolverine will actually have disc. Now, if you haven't been tapped in to what's been going on in the gaming sphere, well, oh boy, we got some nasty, heinous shit going on that we gonna open up for y'all. A whole bunch of can of worms later on in the show. Nonetheless, on to the next honorable mention. We got the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender is back with season 2, introducing Toph into the story and Aang's travels throughout the Earth Kingdom toward Ba Sing Se. I actually started to try and watch some of this joint with Shawty. We knocked out on the first episode. I ain't gonna lie.
Bruh.
I don't know what it is. Have y'all tapped into it yet?
Nope.
I watched a little bit of it, and I'm like, they got Aang doing shit that he's not even supposed to be doing, bro.
Mm,
I'm like, what is going on with this character? Like, you watch it, and you're like, okay, this nigga's clearly like a teenager. I get they can't shoot it when he's like small, but why was he flying? Why was he not using his little
No,
his
staff.
staff?
Yeah,
They just got him full out flying, bro.
yeah,
no,
I'm
that's
like, bro,
sad.
that's something we only saw when Zahir was an airbender in Legend of Korra.
yeah.
So I'm like, you had to wait 8 years to see an airbender fly. And it's
That's
like, bro,
crazy.
watching the scenes, like when Toph was fighting the boulder dude, it was like, yo, I get they gotta change it, but it's like, bro, they don't, just the effects is just not hidden. I feel like that's not driving the story. Because when you saw Earthbenders moving, bro, you saw like the power they had. You saw like the speed they move. You saw Firebenders, how fluid they were. It's like, bro, this show is not doing the bending any justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been better as like if they should have filmed how many seasons did this have? 4?
4, I believe. Yeah.
They should have filmed 4 movies back to back when this nigga was like an 8-year-old boy and then released him that way. Cause I'm like, bruh, he's only just they gonna have to recast him because he's gonna be like 6 foot something by the time the next season roll around.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like it's cool, but if you really enjoyed Avatar: The Last Airbender, like when you watch the animated series, don't watch this.
They did do some great casting. I will give them that though. The characters do look, especially now at the age, probably not so Aang, but Zuko's
Yeah.
actor, he
Yeah,
kind
he
of
does.
grew into that Zuko role. Like I can actually see that his sister as well, even Katara,
Hmm.
and I can't remember her brother's name. They all pretty much for the most part. Aang did have a growth spurt though, and it's considerably noticeable. You just sitting there like Aang used to be the pipsqueak dog, like
Exactly.
in the animation. Like it is what it
Is it so? Like y'all would say, definitely peep it or hold off a little bit.
I would say. Oh, do I sound off?
No, you're good.
Yeah, you fine. I can hear you.
I would say to give it a try. It might be a cup of tea. I'ma still try and give it a try and finish out this season 2. Because I still haven't yet been introduced to Toph yet. So
Mm.
I'm curious about her. Nonetheless, I don't know if I'm gonna tap in the whole season. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Nigga, the way they got Azula, nah, bro. She was one of my favorites in the show. It's like you'll watch it and be like, okay. And I really think it's not even the acting that's bad. It's just how they show the powers. Like you can't show Azula firebending, knowing she got blue fire, and it just looked like flames and not like bursts. It's like, all right, like this is kind of lame,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I might wait until
It is a
it's all
Netflix venture
said
though,
and
so
done.
I can't really shit on it too bad, but you just
I might wait and see at the end what everyone says, and then at that point, if it's worth it, I'll go and
Mhm.
check it out. Because it's so much stuff that's been so disappointing that I'm just not trying to go on a run of disappointment. I want to wait and find out. Plus, I'd rather have more things to watch because I'd be running out of things. I watch it too fast.
Mhm.
I feel you. Alrighty then. Okay, live action Avatar. I'm I was gonna bring up this video. You know what? But Bumper, we already here. All right, so this was obviously Spider-Man Brand New Day. They're on their press tour right now, going all throughout the land, updating people on what's going on. Is this it? No, this is it. Updating people what's going on with their movies, trying to give little tidbits, trying not to spoil the movie. I can't remember where they're at. I think they're somewhere in a Hispanic country, and they were doing some ads for the actual movie. And out of nowhere, they had these puppets, and this is what the puppets was doing on their
Vengo a rescatarte, cabrón. Ay, perdón, que es que cuando me pongo nervioso se me escapa un poquito. Has pensado lo mismo.
I have so many things to say about this.
I thought T posted this in the notes, and I was like, I know T was probably rolling when he saw this.
I'm rolling right now.
What?
Because I'm like, where's the web coming from? Because you gotta at least show the hand. You gotta show the hand.
Because imagine if Spider-Man actually had to swing around like that, though.
Oh my god, bro.
Goodness.
Yo, you can hear Zendaya at some point in time say something along the lines like, "Hey," my mind went in a very, very dark place when I seen this. I was like, nah.
Yo, that's a lie.
This is my Spider-Man. His reaction.
He's like, whoa.
Yo,
He's like, whoa. I don't know about that.
Oh man, boy, I tell you.
Oh, that's crazy.
We needed that to lighten up the mood for the bullshit that we're gonna have to talk
Insane.
about later. Nonetheless, in more Spider-Man news, supposedly Shocker will be involved in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We've been getting a lot more information in regards to that. We'll probably do that in a later podcast, probably closer to the movie. That's
Yeah,
I
kind of
guess
take
if
the
y'all wanna be
totality. That's
Yeah.
probably the best way to do it. Just take the totality of everything we hear right before it comes out.
spoiled. Yes, sir. Yep, but Shocker might be in Brand New Day. Marvel's Ultimate Universe has officially ended with Ultimate Endgame number 5 actually releasing sometime recently. I haven't tapped into Ultimate Endgames outside of I think the second or third comic, but this was a very big universe, a very big event. A lot of people were excited about. Jonathan Hickman was at the helm, if I'm not mistaken, of this. And
I thought
Marvel
it
got a
did
lot of-
end.
It did.
Wait, so what
ended
is
it.
this?
The Ultimate Endgame was the ending. of
Oh,
the
it was.
universe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
of
I read a
Jonathan Hickman.
little bit of this.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Marvel obviously caught a lot of flack because you have DC right now with Absolute Universe. And in comparison, DC actually doubled down on the Absolute Universe. It was like, oh, fans love this. Let's keep making content of this. Let's actually introduce more characters into the fold. While on the other hand, Marvel had a great universe, had a great Spider-Man, had a great bunch of characters involved with it. And they just said
The Spider-Man comic ain't been that great. I'm gonna be
Ultimate, no,
honest.
the Ultimate
Oh,
Spider-Man.
the Ultimate. Oh, okay, yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man, even Ultimate Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there were some other ones too, but they were getting good numbers back from the comic sales, if I'm not mistaken. And then they just said, "Nah, fuck that. We're gonna do the same old bullshit." That
Well, I know the
Marvel's doing."
same thing happened with Storm as well. Storm, not Ultimate, but the regular Storm run recently had an end, and that was a very interesting story. It went into more like the mystics and the magic with Storm, which is something that like a lot of you don't really see that often with Storm. It's not something that's talked about.
Is that when she turned into a guy?
Well, she technically is like a avatar for, I want to say it was Eternity. I'm not exactly sure. It's been a minute since I read it.
I think it was.
Yeah, but the thing is she's you know how she's from Africa. She was the descendant of the Agamotto. No, yeah, that's to do with the charm that Doctor Strange has, right?
Agamotto,
The Vishanti. But I think it's the Vishanti was what she was a descendant of. I'm not sure if she was a direct descendant of Agamotto or not. But it's something that, like, in terms of her history and magic, they never really tapped into it because obviously Storm's powers is mad OP as it is. So you don't really need to talk too much about it. But this series was actually diving into that. It dove into her relationship with her parents. A lot of the things that we don't necessarily get to talk about or see that often with Storm, they were talking about in this comic, and it was very interesting to see. Plus, outside of that, there was some interesting added elements to think to like certain things like the pantheons of gods and obviously because eternity was in the fold, the those greater beings and such like death and eternity and the Lord Chaos or whatever it is in Marvel. I can't remember what the name is, and all of that different stuff in the Living Tribunal. I'm not sure how much it was actually Living Tribunal or not. But they were diving into a whole bunch of different things that really did seem like it could foster a great growth for Marvel when the story did end, and they abruptly ended it. So I don't know what this is, but it seems like it's not just happening with one title, it's happening with several semi-major titles from Marvel right now. And yet Spider-Man is still going, and main Spider-Man is the most confusing thing. It's weird. Like, I get they trying to build to some larger story with Spider-Man that involves somebody that I don't know whether they're supposed to make him stronger. We'll start seeing more powers from Spider-Man or whatnot. I don't know, but that's what they're trying to do with this current story. And it's literally gone to him basically having his own Guardians of the Galaxy team, which was unnecessary. Then it's got stories with Venom mixed into it that have just not been in Carnage, and those stories just have not been good for a while, and we didn't need another, edition of it. And yet that story is still running.
Marvel just don't
Yeah,
know what the
dude,
hell
it's
they wanna do.
bad.
Marvel
Even
just
like
don't
the
know.
Miles Morales stuff, like, bro, it's been so wish-washy throughout the years. I know that Miles has become a more like he's become a more popular character in the comic scale and realm, but like the actual comics with him, that at least as of recent, the things that they introduce have been more exciting than the actual runs themselves to me.
Well, if you are excited to get introduced to at least some good Marvel content, some good Marvel comic content, tap into that Ultimate Universe. It has been finished, so you got a lot of runs that you can
Yeah,
tap
I'm gonna
into
finish it.
to be able to scratch that itch. Mr. Alkebulon also said, "Y'all think we ever see Cardiac?" And that is a Spider-Man villain, if I'm not mistaken. Never knew about Cardiac before, but when I looked him up, and I'm gonna share my screen real quick. When I looked him up, I immediately thought that we could see this guy, but I don't think it's gonna be for Peter Parker Spider-Man. I most definitely think I could see this being a villain for a live-action Miles Morales. For whatever reason, the costume, everything is dope about him. I just think he needs a saucier Spider-Man to fight. Pete ain't got that sauce like Miles, and Miles ain't got the sauce like Pete. But Miles' sauce is just a little bit different. I think Cardiac will fit a little bit better in Miles' sauce, which sounds crazy.
Well, and he just need characters that could be mainstays as well. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if they moved Cardiac over to uh Miles, but
Or come up with an original villain too. You don't want him.
yeah, they could. That's fair too. But I'm just saying, like, if you know that they got a solid character that's in the Peter Parker line that we know they will never use for Peter Parker, I wouldn't necessarily be mad if that character got moved over to Miles and they gave us a good, compelling story around it. But I do also agree with you. Yes, it would be nice if they do make more original characters for him. It'd be nice if he had a solid, unique, but heavy hitting Sinister Six of his own.
Yeah, that would be dope. Alrighty.
Yeah, you don't even have to. Yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying because it's like I just don't want them to be like, you know what, we got two more villains Peter ain't gonna use. Throw them niggas at Miles.
I get that. That's fair too. I understand. I just don't like. To be honest with you, if I'm not sure how much the Marvel comics intertwine with the live action. I know that there was some tension
Mhm.
between different rooms at Marvel throughout the years. Something that I actually do wish that hope that one day we could kind of have a long discussion on the podcast, but that day is not today. But I don't know what the room looks like anymore for the comics at Marvel. And I'm at the point where I am starting to kind of get worried because it does feel like it's all over the place. I've been way more interested in reading DC stuff than I have that much Marvel stuff. And it wasn't like that, but it's been like that now for a decent amount of time.
All right, and then we got the last honorable mention as well. We got a little bit of more news from Avengers Endgame Encore. That's the re-release of Avengers Endgame, September 25th, to lead up to the release of Doomsday. Keep in mind, y'all, we've been gone. What is this? This is the second week. We was gone last week. There has been non-stop information regards to Spider-Man Brand New Day, in regards to Doomsday, in regards to Secret Wars, and potentially another Russo brothers led Avengers film. We done had leaks galore as of recently. We will not get into them today. I
Well,
understand.
it's I'm not sure how much of it is confirmed too.
Some of it has been confirmed. There was a Doomsday leak, and so they gave like a Cliff Notes version of the entire
Boy,
plot of Doomsday. And nigga, it
Oh
has been
wow.
confirmed by top leakers, top scoopers,
Mm-hmm.
and boy oh boy, that shit. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Cause that shit like Thanksgiving in the black neighborhood. Boy oh boy, I tell you, they cooking up some heat. They cooking up some heat. We're not gonna get into it today though. Sadly. All
did
right.
y'all see the leaks?
I don't
Oh,
know if I did. If
oh,
the
I
one
Oh,
seen
that
so y'all
them.
that
didn't see it.
Sage is, though I saw one, but the one that I saw, I'm pretty confident was not real. So I don't think I saw the same one Sage is talking about.
Did you? I mean,
Yeah, nigga. I
we got
I
5 minutes.
hopped online and just I was like, oh, what is this? Yeah, I just hopped online real quick and I seen it. I'm like, nobody said spoiler warning, leak or nothing. It was just the video, and I'm like, I'll be damned. And
Oh,
nigga,
you seen the
that was
actual
a
video? They had an actual video leak from the actual movie too. I didn't even know that. I didn't
yes.
tap into that one.
I
Do you
sent it in
think
the
it
group
was
chat, but I was
real?
like, oh no, I didn't send it. No, it was real because it got taken down.
Oh dang.
And when
Okay.
when you see when I seen it, I was like, nah, this not even AI. The way this shit look, I
Okay.
know it's bruh. I know it's not AI at all. It's just like unfinished CGI, and I was like, all right, this is about to be some crazy shit.
It's a lot of the stuff
Spoiler
that
alert,
we've
I guess.
heard.
Could you share what you saw?
Do y'all want me to?
I
Yeah, fuck
do.
it. We might. Yeah,
Sure.
nah.
All right, so in the scene, it's Steve Rogers, Captain America, with like longer hair, dressed in like civilian clothes. But then it's like the old Avenger style pan and joint when the whole team is there. So it's Steve Rogers, Reed Richards like pops in the photo, and then there's Thor with Stormbreaker. Steve calls Mjolnir, bam, he got him. But then you see Cyclops, and he on the scene. But then out of nowhere, you see Nightcrawler poof in Mystique. He poof in Anthony Mackie, Captain America. He poof in somebody else. Beast is there, and then it's like I forgot what other character is there. Then you see Cyclops do this, and then it just zooms in on Doom's eyes, and then he like puts his hand up, and then he's like raising the Sentinels, and they like got green energy. But these ain't Sentinels like these like some big ass Sentinels. It's like
Okay.
so you looking at Doom like raising these joints up, and you like what happened in this scene where the Sentinels are in pieces and Doom is just raising them up and he just like looking at the team and it's like bro the team is and Shang-Chi is there too. That's the part because it's Shang-Chi flies in with his rings. His rings is like how he like lands. So Shang-Chi lands with his
Yeah,
ring
yeah.
and then you just see like three poofs with Nightcrawler going poof 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 and it's just bringing in other niggas to the battle and they all like surrounded by the Sentinels and I'm like oh this shit about to be crazy.
Oh,
Nigga.
yeah, bro.
This shit about to be crazy.
Yeah, bro, like that. And the fact of the matter is, if it's more instances like that, like either leading up to it or after it, bro,
I feel like Cyclops gonna be the nigga where everybody's gonna be like, yeah, it's time for the X-Men in the MCU. Because the nigga, as soon as I seen him, he had his hand on the visor like this. Like as soon as he got in the frame, nigga said, "I'm ready." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's about to be crazy."
Yo.
And
Yo, did we
man,
ever get a runtime?
No, it's still been speculated. I believe. I don't think we got an official runtime as of yet.
Bruh.
We
I'm
need
guessing-
3 hours.
Yo, I think it's going to be.
It's
I
probably
think
gonna
this
be.
is going to be a 3-hour movie, and it's crazy because like
No one's gonna complain.
I see two
No.
of some change.
no.
Not at all.
When you read the leaks, or when you hear the leaks, we'll go over the leaks again at a later date. When you hear them, you're gonna see it's a lot, but it seems like it's concise and gets to the point. So I can
Yeah.
see 2 and some change
Mm-hmm.
because they not messing around. Like off the rip, it's action supposedly. Earths are dying, and I'm gonna say one thing about this leak, and I know it's gonna get y'all excited. Supposedly, final battle. Niggas figure out. Obviously, we know Doom is the evil villain. These niggas in the movie not gonna know Doom is the evil villain until later in the movie. They figure it out. They go to where Doom is at. Keep in mind, it's the final incursion. We're going to see on the screen, which a lot of people wanted to see, is the final incursion, 2 Earths colliding, and we'll actually be able to see that while niggas is fighting life or death. Nigga, the
Is
stakes
that
can't-
is it going to end on that note, and then we just got to pick up
no,
with?
no. It's that battle is gonna end, and you're gonna see who comes out on top after that.
Oh, so you don't even just see all of the colliding.
Yeah, it
You get to
starts-
see the aftermath right before it ends. Yeah, that's what
It
I'm talking about,
starts, and
Marvel.
it's like a year after Battle World is created, and then they show a little bit snippets of everybody, I guess, or Doom.
Oh, let's go.
And where he's at, and then they end it from there. And I'm sitting there like, nigga, the crazy title card at the end, when after you see Doom sit on his throne and take off the mask, and then you see RDJ's face,
So-
and all you see on
so,
the screen is Marvel's Doomsday.
Sage. So what you're saying is gonna be fire on the screen. It's gonna be heat on that screen.
Nigga.
So you're telling me when I'm done watching the movie, I'm gonna have these on right now.
Fire department
Oh
on
my
standby, nigga.
I'm gonna have these on because I'm gonna be so blinded by the heat. I'm gonna have to wear these for the next couple of days.
Fire
I'm-
department
so
on
much heat.
standby, nigga.
I'm not gonna lie. I knew they was gonna. I mean, I just have a feeling they're gonna use RDJ's face. They have to, bro.
You got
Like-
to.
I don't think they're gonna do it that much, but showing it at the end like that, nigga. Because
Bruh.
then it's just gonna have people questioning even more. Why does he have RDJ's face? We didn't get to the exposition of this. For
There's
this,
no need for an exposition. It's just gonna be that much heat.
No,
My
no,
eyes
no.
is gonna be incinerated. Like I'm gonna have to wear these glasses like for the last 20 minutes of the movie.
And this drops in December.
in December.
Yo, we
right
know
before
when in
Christmas.
December.
Right
When
before
you say
Christmas.
right
I'm-
before Christmas,
I'm
what
gonna see that
days
movie
we
5
talking?
times.
Hold up.
It's the same
Yo.
day as Dune. The
It
18th.
is the 18th.
They need to start dropping.
That's literally a week before my birthday. Oh wee,
Oh God.
ooh wee.
It, oh.
That's gonna be
can't-
somebody's Christmas gift. I'm not paying for no.
Mine.
Wait. Early showings is on my birthday. So wait, no, the week before my birthday, literally exactly a week before my. I'm in the theaters on the 17th. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm making that's my gift to
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
December 17th, I'm in it because it won't be on IMAX, but
Mhm.
probably Screen X. So I'll go see it on some type of quality or RPX. It don't matter. It's gonna be an X in that title. I'm gonna be sitting there.
The early screening is the 17th.
Yeah, they always,
Thursday.
they
Yeah,
always do that. They might do a Wednesday showing. Knowing
Yeah,
them,
I
'cause
ain't
they did
gonna
that for
hold you.
Spider-Man.
I ain't did that in a long time. I think that's gonna be the movie where I do that.
I might go see that on Wednesday.
Hey, if you come back to the towns, let me know. We can go together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Hey,
That shit
Yeah,
be
bro.
crazy.
Hey, nigga.
It's too
Hey,
much.
hey, Sage. I just gotta ask though. You trying to see with me when I'm there that week for Christmas?
Yes. I double
Yeah,
back.
I'm probably
I double
doubling back
it.
on this movie.
Double back right
I'm
on.
gonna go see
For
this about.
sure.
Like honestly, I think this is going. I'm gonna see this movie more times than I've seen Black Panther, the first.
I
How
can
many
see that.
times you see that?
I saw that
Five.
about 6 times.
I don't. Hey, okay.
It was when Movie Pass came out. It was like this. It was like this. If Movie Pass came out, I was paying $10 a month to go see at least one movie a day. So I went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Oh, I thought
I
you
was
was
giving them
paying
that money.
like $15 a ticket for 6.
Oh no, I had Movie Pass. I was no. I was letting somebody else play the black man for his movies.
About to say, I'm like, you got it, T.
They got it on that first watch, but after that, the Movie Pass is covering the rest of that.
I'm gonna for sure see this joint like two times minimum for sure.
Easy, yeah.
We got to do a special podcast. Probably that night. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, facts.
Yeah,
Probably
honestly.
that night. I
We
would not
have
be
to.
opposed. And
We have
do
to.
like quick little 30-minute joint because
30 minutes. We're
it's
gonna be
gonna
up
be-
all night
it's
discussing
gonna be
this.
like hot cakes.
We're gonna be up all night.
Yeah,
watching
I'm
this.
probably
that's
gonna
why
have
I
work
was
the next
asking
day.
you.
That's the
exactly
downside.
why I was
here's
asking
the,
you
here's
what
the
the
bad part
dates
though.
were.
Like, are we spoiling on that first one? Like, how do we
We can do a
dissect
portion
this?
of it non-spoilers and then do a portion of it spoilers. I think that's a nice.
Yeah,
middle
I'm gonna
ground.
tell you now. I'm gonna have to be quiet for the during the non-spoiler.
Man, fuck it. I say we just say this is a spoiler review. Watch this after you
Those
see
who
the movie.
seen this, for whoever's seen this early, you're welcome to discuss. Everyone else, you're gonna have to wait the next day when this is out.
We could give our quick thoughts on it and then like our grade and then be like,
Oh,
all right,
we'll
let's go to the spoilers.
I'll make some cover art that says spoilers.
Yeah,
Just
Flash
straight
that
up the
joint on
cover
there.
art, so that way they know.
Man,
Yeah.
I can't wait to go over these leaks with y'all because I know once we go over them, y'all.
Is there any leaks about Deadpool in this movie? Is there any leaks about Deadpool in this movie?
A little bit, yeah. If I'm not mistaken.
What's one? What's one?
He's is it?
I saw. Did you see the video, Rob?
I didn't see the videos. I didn't see the actual videos. Just
See that?
What do you do? I just need to know one thing that happens with Deadpool.
When it was on Twitter and it was just stuff leaking, people didn't know if it was like real or like AI. It was the TVA. It was Wolverine, Deadpool, and Spider-Man walking together, and Deadpool's in the middle, and he's talking to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's talking to him like this. But I think it was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
What? I like that one.
yeah, Tom Holland's not supposed to be a part of this movie.
Yeah.
Which
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. With the Deadpool we have, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man would be a better suit to team up with him or have conversations with him.
oh yeah, wait,
Because I can't see him having a conversation with Tom Holland about over the top stuff.
Tom Holland's
Nah,
Spider-Man would be
bro.
like, what the fuck?
I better not have no exam on the
no.
18th.
Nigga,
Like,
you better
Yo,
call me.
listen,
double-check that.
I pulled up the academic calendar, bro. I pulled up the whole ass academic calendar and said, wait a second,
Nigga,
what's happening this week?
I'm gonna take off that day. I'm not even joking.
yeah. And the
No
following.
lie. I'm about to ask, listen, because I'm about to ask the professor. I already got a game plan. I'm going to be like, can I take my exam earlier? I take it a week before. I take it a week before. I don't even care.
I'll take
The whole week. I'm telling my boss, I'm going to be like 17th, probably the 18th. I'm going to need both.
I take it at the beginning of the semester if I need to, goddamn.
Yeah, bro. I take it the first week. Honestly.
Oh man, I can't wait to go over because this Spider-Man brand new day. Cause the leaks for that. Damn, we should have went over this. Fuck this GTA 6 news. We should have went over this. This shit is a lot better, a lot cleanlier for the soul. You know.
Change it
Oh
up
my
then. Fuck
gosh.
it. We pulling the audible.
That's
want to?
fine. I don't care. I really don't care because the GTA stuff is depressing. This is more exciting.
It really, that GTA shit really is depressing.
Wait, why is Spider-Man not gonna be on IMAX? What? That's on.
Because
of,
somebody
Doom.
else took the IMAX.
No,
Yeah, Doom
not Doomsday. I'm talking Spider-Man.
No.
Oh, I'm
somebody else
sorry.
somebody else took the
Who
IMAX
has
screen.
it?
Who?
That's what I wanna know. Who?
What?
Probably a
IMAX
kids movie.
screenings.
Nah,
Probably
ain't
so.
no, bro. Ain't no.
Is it the Odyssey? I think.
That's what I would say, but it comes out a couple weeks before, right?
Yeah.
Damn, the Odyssey. Damn, these niggas.
Ain't
getting
no
a-
way, bro. Spider-Man covered too much for it not to have IMAX.
No, yeah, Odyssey. I'm looking at it. Odyssey, July 30th. They got.
Yeah. Odyssey is technically an
Bro,
actual film.
ain't
What?
no child.
Come
No,
on,
that's
son.
actually
And
that's
it's
actually
Christopher
bizarre.
Hey.
No, I don't care if it's Christopher Nolan. Nothing is beating out something that not only adults would be interested in, but also kids would be interested in. That should be at the IMAX. That's like legit movie theaters should have been like, no, if there's a movie that could be catered to children that is out around that time, and we talking about the summer, there is no reason why that movie should not cover the slide. And Spider-Man covers everyone.
Bump it. I might go see it at the D box. Go see it in for like 40X.
That's bro. That is insane.
The worldwide, y'all want to know? I'm pretty sure I texted it in the group chat. But this Spider-Man movie, you remember I asked the question earlier this year in the pod: will Spider-Man do better in the box office, or will Avengers: Doomsday? Kind of sounds like a crazy question.
No, remember we agreed with you. I remember this question. No. We agreed.
I'm just saying, right now it's projected that Spider-Man: Brand New Day is standing at around 550 million
in pre-sales, right?
Worldwide.
Oh yeah.
Weekend box office. 550.
Yo, you want to know what's crazy about that too? It might be low.
It might be.
That's the craziest part about that is it might be low.
It said 500 mil for opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
Million worldwide box office opening projection for
Spider-Man in the summer. Well, okay, I guess I could see it possibly being at like where they got it at that, or where it could be lower. It's depending on how good the news is about this Odyssey movie. And what the week? It comes out a week before or 2 weeks before.
I think the same week, if I'm not mistaken.
Because if it's a week before, it could grab some adults. But it's the kids part, bro. It go back to it's the kids part. Kids is out of school right now.
But look at this though. If they fucking around and they say we got the summer date, we got Spider-Man, they throw in Daredevil and we don't know it yet, bro. This shit taking over the summer. And
this actually could be the first time this year, at least, that I know of, where I could see a movie making more in the second weekend than in the first. I don't think any other movie has done that this year, and I don't know the last movie, period, to do that.
I feel like people are going to see this movie twice for sure.
Yeah, and that part, and on top of that, for the people who either, I don't know who this would be, but for whoever would be hesitant in seeing Spider-Man, they definitely buy it after hearing and seeing the reception of it that first weekend. Is going to go see it that second weekend. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. No, Spider-Man going, yeah, bro.
It's for sure going to hit $2 billion.
Before all of the dust settle.
I'm going to tell you this now. I still see there's a couple seats in the opening screening for the 29th at 7 o'clock for the Amazon Prime early access. And the only seats that are available are the wheelchair seats. And the seats
I would
that
take
you can
that.
put
I'm disabled.
I'm about to do that. I'm about to do that.
Yo, see.
It says the seat is for a companion to a
go bring a lawn chair.
Who is sitting in the adjacent.
No, I'm dead serious. Go get a lawn chair. Go get a lawn chair. They got comfortable lawn chairs. You got a Walmart?
What I'm saying is, no. What it is it's seats. And then where you can roll somebody next to you, the wheelchair area.
Oh, okay.
I might take that seat.
Just take the seat. I got you.
Just take the seat. Because it tells you, you picked a companion seat. This seat is for a companion to a wheelchair user who is sitting in the adjacent wheelchair space. If that's not you, you might need to get that, Nah, son. We'll be fine.
29th is the early screening?
Is the early screening for Amazon Prime.
Let me look at this in my area.
If you got Prime, you'll be able to see it.
What day is that on? That's a Thursday.
That's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday?
That's what I'm thinking about doing it.
It's a Wednesday?
I'm going to tell y'all now, if I go, mute me in the chat.
Oh.
Mute me in the chat.
No.
I might freak out.
Nigga,
see, I thought it was Thursday.
No. There is the Amazon Prime early screening for Spider-Man is the 29th. Then they have early regular showings on the 30th.
Oh, on the 30th.
Start spewing shit, nigga. We will murk you.
Yo, I might join T on that though. What's happening on a Thursday?
I mean, there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nigga said mute me. Nigga, the moment, hey yo, Spider-Man did this and that, nigga, I'm pulling up on you expeditiously.
Yo, I'm gonna say something over the top wild that's not true about the movie. You still gonna get pissed off at me.
Just cause you fucking around. Just 'cause you fucking around. I'll be pissed, man.
Yo, Spider-Man just drop kicked this man in his chest.
Oh, I don't even think they doing it at my theater. They did it for one
Nah,
of
it's
these
only
other
for like
movies.
the Regal. So I think Sage, if you look up Amazon Prime Spider-Man Brand New Day and see if it's showing at the Regal. It's probably gonna be showing at a couple of the Regals out by you. I only got one
Oh,
that's showing
opening
that.
night. Hold on, here it is. I think opening night on. No, that's the 30th.
Nope. You literally got to Google search Amazon Prime Early Access Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's gonna have you sign the Fandango.
Yeah, okay, I'm on the Fandango now.
Dang, it's hella joints available because that's in 3D.
For what? That Thursday or Wednesday?
Bro, they only got it for Thursday for me.
What?
They do.
Oh, they
have
tricked
some.
me.
Yo,
they got
D,
me.
do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah, my mom does.
So what you do is Google search Spider-Man Brand New Day, Amazon
Yeah.
Prime Early Access. Sign into her account and then let's see what theaters is showing it in your area. If it's not
Wait,
sold
I
out
gotta
yet.
go on. You said Fandango to do it, right?
So what's going to happen is you literally you got to Google search. What you're going to do is Google search
Yeah, it's gonna
Amazon
take you to
Prime,
the site.
Amazon Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it's going to say Amazon Spider-Man Brand New Day. You're going to click that. This is going to say, hey, buy early tickets, buy general tickets. You want to buy the early tickets. Then it's going to say log in with Amazon. Then it's going to say allow sign in to Fandango to connect your stuff. Just so that it knows that you have Amazon Prime, and then you should
I
be able
see. Hold
to
on.
buy early tickets, and it will take you to Fandango and what area has it.
Yep. Hold on. Let me. Oh,
Yo,
they said
would
we couldn't
not-
find that
we would-
page.
We
got
all I gotta say is we would not
Oh, here we go.
be doing my
Damn, there's
rival
barely
check.
any seats in this hole.
Yo, you
See,
want to
you
share your
gotta
screen?
because I can't find this shit at all.
I got you. I'll
You
send it
just
to
you just gotta type it in. Yeah, once you type it in and sign in, and they go show you
Signing in
theaters
right
by you
now.
to actually do it.
Yo, I'm
That's
sending it.
crazy.
Oh no, I can't. That's a webinar chat. It's a studio chat. Here we go.
Damn.
All
put it in our
send me the
studio chat.
code.
I'm seeing it with two other people too, or three other people technically. So I wouldn't even be able to see it early, because we be right up on the screen, and I am.
They
Yeah,
don't have
no.
like they don't have the wheelchair seats open for you. Yo, the way he's like, I can go by myself.
They got the wheelchair seats, but goddamn it, nigga. People need those.
You better put a little anklet on your foot or something.
Yeah, who you thought coming there with the freaky well,
Yeah. That's
bro.
absurd.
I'm like looking at this. I'm like, I don't have a companion, but I am the companion.
Not taking your kids, see?
No. Live action does not work for them. I will be getting up and walking around trying to chase them around. No.
Yeah, bro. See,
yeah.
I live in the boonies. They said no, we don't have a theater for this, but they did do it at my theater for one other movie. That's just not.
See if you
this
got it
one.
in PA. You right there.
That's a fact. Where? Hold on.
He's like, I will
here.
take the hour drive.
Yeah, we go there all the time.
Wait, so what did we go over the leaks Rob was saying or no? Not yet?
Nah, not yet.
Oh no,
I
they
gotta-
even more boony. I know they don't got it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to look it up. I think they on their mission trying to delete all this stuff. Also, what's the dude name over at the Cosmic Circus? They actually had another Q&A as well.
I like how this whole venture just viewed from we are not talking about
Yeah, I don't
GTA
wanna
no
talk about
more.
GTA shit. I hate that shit, man.
I mean, it's rough news. It's just something where, and then on top of that, it was kind of like a virus. While you looking up what you looking up, I'll just kind of talk about it real briefly. I guess my problem with it is GTA said they are not doing a disc for this release. It's gonna be digital. At first, we thought that the disc was just gonna come later, and then that got revealed to not be true or credible information. So it's just completely a digital release. The problem is as soon as they went live with the pre-orders, they made $3 billion. And so I think what happened was that incentivized, Sony was looking at that, and that incentivized Sony to say, okay, we were gonna wait to tell y'all this news, but since $3 billion were made by GTA off digital pre-orders, we gonna just tell y'all this news now. Come 2028, we not doing discs anymore. And I don't like that. I think that sets a
Yeah, that's
precedent for
stupid.
things moving to subscription based, which would be for me personally. Y'all know, like, I don't know how much fans and such, like our viewers and such know my situation, but I'm busy as hell. Like, I'm busy all the time. I would be wasting money getting a subscription. Me being able to play a game when I just choose to play it is what I need. And if we, because it doesn't just stop at them going digital total. And the problem with digital is Sony, as what was just shown this week, can be very, they can take things off of PlayStation at any given point. Like, they've done it in the
Pretty
past
much.
before, but literally,
Babylon Fall.
yeah, like literally just recently, like, and when I say just recently, I mean within the same week that all of this news was happening, they lost a contract with some movie distributor and they removed tens of millions of movies off of that people purchased off of their PlayStation accounts. That, like, this is all problematic. And the fact of the matter is this is totally ignorant to something that I know that Sony knows, and that's since Sony and PlayStation 3 went with the Blu-ray discs, the PlayStation has become something where it absolutely is a multimedia source for a lot of people. A lot of people. And they got accustomed to that during the PlayStation 3 era when, you could play a Blu-ray movie off of it. I know that hurt a lot of people. Even if, like, we don't hear any more about that whole movie thing, I know that hurt a lot of people for the simple fact that I know that there are people, like, I personally know people who have bought PlayStations simply because they wanted to use it as a multimedia system. And that was maybe not exactly the smartest move by them, because there are various other players and such that you can get to do it. But it was the most, like, it's just what they've been doing for years. Again, since the PlayStation 3, it's mad people who not even, like, really big into gaming who get a PlayStation just because they could set up a PlayStation account. They could have all of their movies and whatnot loaded. They could play Blu-rays on it, et cetera, et cetera. So all of this news and such, it don't really set a good precedent for fans. And then disc games is really the only way that you could have any more to come. Even in this modern age where it's like disc and download, you could have any more to come on ownership of the games that you purchase. So they could just take that. They could take it away. If everything is done digitally, it can be taken away. Is that necessarily what they would do? I doubt it, but a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people would like to have control over the things that they pay good money for. It's really changing how I look at GTA. I really want GTA. I've been waiting for GTA. GTA is one of the games that, like, I literally have played everyone that's come out. Okay, not everyone, but, like, I've been here for a minute and I played GTA. When I couldn't play GTA, I played GTA. I have not missed a GTA game. I want to get GTA, but the fact that they are the ones who kind of, like, sparked the flame in this, at least with the news that we've gotten in the last week, it's making me look at things a lot differently and say, should I be someone who just doesn't play into it? But it's really hard for me to say that because I love GTA. I love playing that game. It sucks. But I would like and here's the thing, though, fun fact, every GTA I ever had has been on a disc. This will be the first one that hasn't been on a disc.
Damn, we just got Secret Wars. Oh my god. Okay.
The news with the kids.
We got some news.
Is that what you're talking about? The news with the kids?
First and foremost, man, fuck GTA. I'ma still get it. I'ma be a hypocrite. I'ma be a hypocrite.
Bro,
I hate
it's
that I
just
gotta
one of them
be
games,
that.
bro.
I hate that it gotta be that.
Hold on. You ain't. The whole thing is, you only going half on it, so you all right.
I'm only going half on it, but they still getting a sale, which at the end of the day,
I need
if
somebody
we
to
being
go
honest with
half on
ourselves-
so I could feel better.
If we being honest with ourselves, if we locked in, I feel like the most we could have did as gamers to make Rockstar really feel it is not pre-order.
It's
the game,
not get
which
it
we haven't done.
exactly.
Which we haven't done. Me and T are going half on it. We haven't pre-ordered it. I feel like we're waiting until
Until it's able to be downloaded.
What is the
in
rush?
order to be downloaded.
Yeah, what is the rush?
And then that would have made Rockstar at least tremble a little bit. Oh, we're not getting the numbers that we were expected.
We probably
Maybe
would get a
consumers-
disc.
Yeah, maybe consumers are really pissed about the non-disc factor. So let's focus on this disc thing being available from the get-go instead of making these excuses like we didn't just make tens of billions of dollars on the last GTA installment.
Or very close to it. And then you gotta get the $100 edition.
Now they made they made upwards of a couple billions of dollars. Hold on.
Yeah, $3 billion off of those pre-order sales. But are you talking about Red Dead or are you talking about the GTA pre-order?
Rockstar Games generated nearly $10 billion in worldwide revenue on Grand Theft Auto 5. There's no fucking reason on planet Earth that you lazy bitch ass niggas can't bring disc with your physical copies,
bro.
Especially increasing the price $10 to $80 for a regular base fucking game.
You don't even get the whole. You like literally, it's things off the map, off the physical map. You don't get with the $80. You have to get the full game with no holes in the map. You have to pay $100. They know, and they knew what they were doing with that. And there's nothing I've ever bought in game. I've spent over $100 on a game, but it's always been a physical or a collector's item or something like that. This is gonna be my first time spending $100 on a digital download. Bro, I'm disgusted, but I'm still probably getting it. But I don't want to get it, but I'm still probably getting it.
We got to come together as consumers. We got to make sure we know we have power. There's a lot of you niggas that don't know you got power and just be like, oh, well, I don't buy physical games anymore, so what's the problem? Well, bitch ass nigga, maybe look outside of your own shoes for once. Maybe look at the grand picture of things and understand if we don't own shit, we're royally fucked. They can take this shit away at any point in
it's
time.
gonna go.
It will forever be rented. God forbid you lose your account by accident or off some nefarious means. Nigga, you will never get that content back. And then you're just shit out of luck. You willingly getting cucked and are happy about it just because you can play GTA and touch on some virtual pussy that you can't touch on in real life, nigga.
Yo, what's wrong with you? You okay with her? You got some deep seated.
You think niggas don't play GTA to hop in the whip and
I'm
pick
not
up
saying.
prostitutes?
I'm not saying.
And be like, oh, look what I did on GTA, guys.
You like? Do we need to throw the Nas beat on again for you? This is the second time you did this.
This is why I didn't want to talk about this shit today. This is why, because I was gonna get locked in. Nonetheless, man, fuck Rockstar. Fuck GTA. We still gonna get it. We still gonna play it. We probably still gonna.
I don't
enjoy
like
ourselves.
what I was saying. I
still
think
fuck
to Nino in our chat is like that's. I think the reason why I would still get it is because I know no matter what, I'm probably going to be I'm gonna be done playing it in 6 months. I know for a fact that's gonna be the case. So I don't care if they take it away because I know once I play it and I like do everything that I want to do in it, I probably won't return back to it anyways. I'm not doing the Rockstar subscription, the GTA Plus subscription.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So it's gonna be over after I play the campaign, play maybe a couple side things, like max out and all of that stuff. I'm done. If I come back to it, if I can come back to it, then maybe you might see me once or twice come back to it, play it for a day or two. But the odds of that happening, not necessarily, especially with all of it, bro, 2027, I think is going to be, I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, But I think it's gonna be another year where gaming is gonna be stupid. Don't we get like Final Fantasy, another Kingdom Hearts? We get I ain't even gonna hold you. That's probably gonna end up being a good year with Nintendo too. Like I'm really thinking next year is a year where I should probably really lock down trying to get my Switch before prices go up anymore.
Well, you better do it. The price
Because
goes up in September.
yeah, no, it's probably a dub on that. I'm probably gonna take the L on that one, but I don't want to see it go up again. So I probably need to lock in because I feel like 2027 with Nintendo is gonna probably be some heat with games. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like I got a little feeling that I'm not wrong. And if that's not the case, 2028 probably really will be. Power is really in owning a data center, soft hardware company. Is this from El Cabulon? Mr. El Cabulon? Yeah, let's read this one. The power is really in owning the data center, soft hardware companies and developers. We need to prop them up. There's black companies in all of those spaces. We just have to prop them up. Yeah, bro, you're not wrong. Like it's small companies that's putting in work, and you absolutely right. We do need to be letting them eat. There's obviously going to be a fair chance with them. It can't be worse than the major companies. At least that much got to be true. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, they're going to go to a subscription base. Like it's going to be PlayStation Plus, like the PlayStation, the joint that y'all got. That's what it's going to be for every game. If you want a game, you got to pay $39.99 a month. And that's before the down. Yo, check this out. And it's gonna be that's before the actual download price. Y'all think I'm lying? I'm so serious. That's what it's gonna be $39.99 a month. And then every game that you get, you just have to tack on $69.99 or $79.99. No ability to trade them. So every time that you buy a game, let's say that you buy one game on average a month. Your real spending on games is going to be $120, anywhere from $120 to $140 every month if you average one game a month. And that's just for if you average one game a month with PlayStation. Then it's going to be the same thing with Nintendo. Then it's going to be the same thing with Xbox. I don't know how PC work, but if PC was smart, they would not change up how they do it. They just would keep like Steam or however it is, because that's already digital. People already, from the most part, I don't see that many PC gamers complain. So if I'm PC, don't give in to the subscription model. Just stay with whatever y'all do. Like Steam, that's the joint y'all be buying the PC games off of.
Yep.
Do I got the name of? Yeah, so Steam, y'all don't need a subscription though, right? Y'all just y'all have an account, y'all buy y'all games through your account, you download it onto your PC, right? Yeah, PC, if they smart, don't switch it up just because you see Xbox and PlayStation and all the other ones doing it. And then Mr. O'Kebulon said, look up Outliver. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. Outliver Tribulation, an indie company out of Nigeria. We can make them hot. These have the ability through black finance companies and usurps like Sony, Microsoft do. Outliver Tribulation, a fire little indie. We can do this with proper strategy. And then Mr. Kebulon says Steam is killing the game. Yeah, bro. Okay. Shout out to Outliver. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, y'all. It's real small on my screen. But Outliver Tribulation, shout out to them, small indie company out of Nigeria. Yeah, I'm gonna look more into them, Mr. Kebulon. Thank you as always for always sharing this stuff with us too, bro. Because you gave me a lot of stuff to look up, and I started looking some of that stuff up. I'm rolling with you, bro. Yeah, but bro, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. This is like honestly, I know we just talk about getting like I need to get the Switch too. Probably before that, I need to be looking into whatever I'm going to do with a PC ASAP too. Because that may be the best, most straightforward system for gaming in the future.
Give me a budget and I'll tell you what parts to get. And either
well, you know the only thing about it, So here's the only thing about it, and I'll talk to you more about this when we get off, but I also got to look at a lot of stuff from my job because I'm that angle. I'm like
No,
a
understandable.
media angle in my job. So I need to
Maybe you
really
can use that
be
to your advantage. See if they'll cover some of the parts of like the bill.
already thinking about that. Already thinking about that. But yeah, I got to really just be real strategic about how I go about it because I needed to do a lot of things and I'm really not trying to spend $7,000 on a PC. I need a lot of operating power though. All right, though. Sorry, I know we weren't supposed to talk about that, Sage. I'm done.
No, you good.
Put a timer on for this nigga.
Right. That's a fact.
Oh God,
That's why we have them on the slides, but we went off topic. This what happened.
You went off topic.
I was not the only one. Avengers went off topic. We spent 15 minutes apiece looking up pre-order tickets for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
All right. Pretty much, because I'm trying to get it. I've seen it in a YouTube video, but I can't. I've been trying to dig up on the interwides of web. Trying to find the Reddit articles, all of that jazz to figure out what the leak actually said. Wasn't able to pull it up, and I'm pretty sure we're not gonna watch a whole complete fucking video. Don't blame y'all.
What
but
do you have?
The tidbits?
Yeah, there we go.
From the ones that I remember, at least. All right, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Basically, obviously, it's a lot of shit that we already know. He's been living by himself. Obviously, Ned and MJ have been doing all day bullshit. And I think they move into the same apartment building as Peter. And that's where we see Peter pulling up to their housewarming and everything like that. Time right on the screen so the audience can see. Yeah, we gotta
in red.
Yeah. Big bright letters, bold too. Yeah, he's doing all of that shit. Supposedly, Jackal is the main villain. He is using the hand and basically manipulating them as if he can bring back the beast. That's the hand's leader.
Okay.
And by doing so, he's actually trying to take control of Spider-Man's body, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the reason why necessarily, but that's what he's trying to do. Keep in mind, Jackal's powers is kind of somewhat similar to Jean's in regards to he can basically go into other people's minds, control them, mind control. And that's what we were seeing in the trailers, in which a lot of people speculated that was Jean. Supposedly, it's Jackal trying to frame Jean for all of that shit. Why? I don't really remember the reason. Nonetheless, all of this shit is happening. Supposedly, Jackal infects Spider-Man in order to try and control him, and that's what we see is going wrong with his powers, is that infection impacting him. And supposedly the infection is supposed to make him weaker to succumb to Jackal's mind manipulation powers type of thing. So on and so forth. They end up fighting. The truth gets revealed. He ends up finding Jackal. He ends up coming to the realization that Peter is dying. The only way to take care of the Jackal is to allow himself to die once the Jackal takes control of him or something along that lines. So by the end of the movie, right before he dies, he goes to talk to MJ. He talks to her, lets her know what's going on and everything like that. And supposedly he dies. And end of movie. Post-credits scene. They show Peter Parker's tombstone, Spider-Man's tombstone.
Yeah.
And they show the backdrop, everything like that, rain and all that jazz. You see a hand come out of that grave, and it's Spider-Man in that black suit. Post credits done.
So, I tell you this, I saw the same one that you're talking about. I did see this one. It's a lot. It's a little all over the place. It's a lot. It's a lot of things that will be covered if that is the way that the movie goes.
Supposedly Daredevil is in there too.
Yeah, like it's a lot that is just, it's a lot going on. The whole thing with the DOD, I believe, in Jean Grey, and then that's how the blame kind of works with being with her, and that would set up the DOD not exactly messing with mutants because of the experience that they would have had with Jean when the universe resets. I get all of that. I see it. Okay. Not mad at it. The one thing, but that did also make me think that it was too much going on to where that wouldn't necessarily be the movie because of just how much it was going on.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if we remember in the test screenings, they were saying that the ending was controversial. That would explain the controversial ending for the simple fact that the ending itself would be Peter Parker dying, which would be controversial. But the post-credit scene would be the thing that would kind of make up for it, which they maybe didn't even show the test audience. It's a chance that they didn't even share that.
Mr. Alquabulan said no Morlun post-credit scene. I think they can't do it right now. With Doomsday on the precipice, they can't do it right now. It would be way too much to drop on niggas. I think Morlun could be something down the line. Hopefully that's the last villain Peter has to deal with. Hopefully Kingpin is the next official one. And then after that, Morlun will be a fire way to exit out of Peter Parker's story and transition into Miles Morales.
Remember, it can't be Kingpin, unfortunately.
No. Supposedly, it's been in the works. They trying to make it happen. They trying to bring, thank you for bringing that up, kind sir. Cosmic Circus. Alex Perez actually came out with his new Q&A series again, or for this month. He actually talked about that, and he was like, yeah, I understand all of these storylines. Hold on, I'm trying to find it right now. Where is it? Is it in this one? I think it might be in part 2. My bad, I'm trying to find it. Damn, where's the part 2 to this? I guess they just released part 3 too. So if you're interested in some leaks and everything like that for the future, tap into Cosmic Circus, Q&A part 2. Let me look this up. Kingpin. Where the fuck is it at? I just read it too. God damn it. Oh, question. You've once said that they're adapting the Devil's Reign story conclusion into a crossover film featuring Spider-Man, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore since the Mayor Fisk arc just ended. Yet Kingpin is coming back in Born Again Season 3, and Manucci got away in the Punisher special. Is there more to the story? Could the crossover film just be a gang war comic adaptation with the magia being introduced? There's more to it. This is Alex Perez. There's more to it than meets the eye. Just remember, adaptations are never one-to-one. This is leading me to believe he did not negate the fact that there's a movie coming to the scene, a crossover film between Spider-Man, it seems like, Daredevil, and the Punisher, with all of these pieces intact. What I'm thinking is this is what they're trying to do for Spider-Man 5. I feel it in my heart of hearts. Either they're trying to do it for Spider-Man 5 or they're leaving Kingpin for the final villain of Spider-Man, Peter Parker. One of the two. But I think it would behoove them to do Kingpin next. Especially if he has the black suit still. And then do Morlun after that. I feel like it would behoove them, but supposedly we still might be in the mix for a potential Kingpin as being the main villain, Spider-Man villain. Hopefully they're able to work something out with Sony. I think Sony is more willing to be on the table.
We still, just a question for you. We haven't gotten with this Spider-Man Sinister Six movie yet?
No. The closest we got was technically No Way Home. But you can't technically call it a Sinister Six movie because it was 3 other Spider-Men.
Facts.
It
was honestly
6 villains, I think, but it's 3 other Spider-Men. It's not the same.
I wouldn't be mad if they did do the Kingpin route, that there was an introduction of it in one movie, Then the second one was more so a Sinister Six, but it was kind of like all orchestrated via Kingpin. So it's kind of like the part two to Kingpin, but we also could look at it as a Sinister Six movie, and then we end with Morlun as the third. I think that
I can see
something
that
like
too.
that could work.
That'd be nice. With the black suit?
I don't know how long we really gonna be getting this black suit though. Is it just for Secret Wars? Is it that? Because if the rumors are true that they trying to go for a younger approach, I think that is a terrible idea, and maybe Marvel does too. And they said, well, we still are gonna do it, but we just gonna sell it with this is the one chance that you'll be able to see black suit Spider-Man, and maybe a couple other pieces that fans may be interested in. Because could they sell Secret Wars around Spider-Man? That was the question I wanted to ask Sean in the chat, but I ask it here. Because we know that's it. We know we're not seeing
Solely?
Spider-Man in Doomsday.
Solely on Spider-Man? We are. We're just not seeing Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Right. Well, we aren't seeing Tom Holland. The actual live MCU 616 Spider-Man we won't see until Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So do you think that if they trying to go younger, do you think that they just pitched the whole movie in a way that like they kind of did that with Doomsday with RDJ, where they pitched this whole movie around RDJ?
Pitch it just around. Are you talking like Tom
Yeah,
Holland's Spider-Man?
right. Just pitching it around Tom Holland, because that's where if the rumor in this leak is true, then the very last thing that we left on Brand New Day with is Black Suit Spider-Man. So Secret Wars would be Black Suit Spider-Man.
I think they're gonna pitch it. It might be a factor, but I think they're gonna pitch it more so on the old guard. They're gonna pitch it on the, especially with the Doomsday teaser and all the shit and the leaks of the story and everything that came out. I think they're gonna do more so the old guard. You got the Steve Rogers, you got the Iron Man's, Tony Stark. You got some other pivotal pieces that they're probably.
So you think that leak where it's like where they said that that is the idea of them going younger, you just think that's totally got to be false? I'm not mad if you do think that, because I kind of hope it is.
I don't think it'll be the case for characters like Captain America and Iron Man in this movie. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think they're going to focus on the old guard, and the newer, younger characters that you're going to see of some of the characters that we've seen in Doomsday and Secret Wars will be the mutants primarily. That's what I believe.
For Secret Wars.
Yeah, for Secret Wars. That's
dang, that'd be such a waste though. If they're gonna do young characters and not have these young characters we've been introduced in now, it's like, yo, you gotta just get rid of them when you do the reset.
I think it gives them a good jumping off point, because they technically already did the stories for Captain America, for Iron Man, for some of these characters, where we're like, all right, we're good. What we haven't seen though is mutants. We haven't seen a fully fleshed out version of the cosmic side. We haven't seen Eternals get fleshed out, which supposedly will be a pivotal key for the cosmic side. Nova as well. We haven't seen Nova. They still got too many IPs that they have to introduce, where if they're bringing those old characters outside of Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Black Panther, it's just gonna muddy up the waters too much.
I think you got a good point. Like, Secret Wars should close out the old characters.
Most of them, majority of them. And Hugh Jackman is coming back. Daredevil is coming back. I mean,
right? Yeah, some of them will make it into this reset. But you're right. Like I don't see why I don't. That's why when I saw that little leak, I was like, I hope that this isn't true, because first of all, fans not gonna come to see the younger cast.
Yeah.
You know you about to do explosive numbers on Doomsday. Why would you nuke that in Secret Wars? Why wouldn't you want to continue that? That's why that little scoop or rumor or whatever, it's got to be wrong. Yeah, we did not see enough of Cap's, like, yeah, bro. They did not do. I'm hoping if they reset these characters and supposedly we supposed to be getting a new Cap and a new Iron Man, I hope that they really do the totality of Steve Rogers
I think they owe it to Sam Wilson to at least give him 2 more films of bangers. They
Who?
owe it Sam Wilson. They owe it to him
I don't
specifically.
think that they look at it that
Fuck
way because of
no.
the numbers.
I think it's because they realized this was just a shitty film in general. You already showed Red Hulk in the trailer, so all the suspense up to that just takes it away. They did a lot of bad things with Sam Wilson, where if they probably tweaked some things, it would be a lot more of a serviceable film.
Make
And
him a
not-
new
and not so
character that's around the Captain America lore because of his background, obviously with Captain America. But I think you do introduce a new Steve Rogers, and then you
Oh,
have
yeah.
like, okay, you know how in the Secret Wars comic book, T'Challa had the Power Stone, and or one of the stones, I can't remember which one it was. And when Reed Richards basically made reality over again, he still had memories of everything that happened in Secret Wars. I wouldn't be mad if they did that with Sam Wilson and he became a new character that we never necessarily even had before in the comics. Something away from Falcon, something away from Captain America, but a new character in and of itself. And in that way you can allow for a new Steve Rogers to be ushered in for this new saga and reset. I don't know if we need to bring over Sam Wilson as Captain America into the reset. I just don't think it adds any value to like if you about to have an X-Men, bro, you about to introduce the cosmic landscape. You got the Fantastic Four, or like even if they end up doing a reboot with the Fantastic Four, like you got a younger cast of Fantastic Four. You got like all of your heavy hitters now in play. I don't think you want. I think you want to have your OG Avengers back in that lineup of heavy hitters, even if it is only for a little bit because of however they got to progress the narrative to. You just make all of them young. You bring like you got a young cast that's the primary Avengers. You have the new Avengers, all of these other Avengers teams. You could keep going if they want to do West Coast, whatever. You can keep going with all of that. But your primary Avengers team is young. They established as the heavy hitters. They with you for a long time, along with the Fantastic Four and along with the X-Men. Marvel will see billions for the next 30 years.
Oh, is this?
You about to get Miles too. I know that's coming. I don't know when it's coming, but I know before this X-Men saga ends, you gonna have Miles too. So whatever they gonna want to do, if they I think Tom Holland signs another contract. I think the caveat though is if they sign another contract, he's gonna want them to bring in a Miles Morales, and I don't think that's gonna be hard to get both Marvel and Sony to agree to. You got everybody that you want, bro. Come on now.
All right, I think I have. Let me make sure I got the right Reddit article. John Campbell. Let me look this up real quick. Trying to get Doomsday popping in here, y'all. Sorry, this was impromptu. We was not supposed to talk about this, but niggas just got too excited.
I don't even remember what our original topics were, so it must have been.
Supergirl.
Oh, Supergirl.
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
wanna shit on that real quick while I look this up?
Yeah.
You go.
On this
I would
Doomsday
say the movie was bad. It's a lot of people that's trying to do a lot of, good PR for the film for James Gunn. This was just not a good movie. Like, not even like you go into the movie not wanting it to be bad, but this was just all over the place, and I felt like we missed a lot of context for certain scenes. Like, a lot of it didn't make sense. Like, Superman's the last son of Krypton, but Kara's there. But when Kara left, there was like a couple 100,000 Kryptonians left in the city. And it was just like when her dad sent her away, they're this big, technically advanced civilization, but only one person can be sent away to a yellow sun. That didn't make sense. Then they doubled down on Superman's father, Jor-El, actually being evil. Like this is what didn't make sense. So when they did the destruction of Krypton, and in the trailer she made it seem like, oh, Krypton didn't die in a day. You would have thought like, oh shit, like it just must have been chaos. No. Once Krypton explodes, the dad grabs the mom and they're running through the city. Superman's spaceship is sent off, and she goes, "There goes Kal-El, the conqueror of worlds, Jor-El's son." I'm like, why are you saying that and you're running away trying to save your life? Didn't make sense. Then once the force field goes up around the city and the rest of the planet explodes, we're literally sitting there. This was like 3 years. This was like 2 years or so
Oh,
before.
it was more than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 2 years before, they wait like 2 years, then they have Kara. So it's like you've been a floating city in space for 2 years, then had a daughter, and Kara didn't leave Krypton until she was 21. And I did the math because Superman is 30 in his movie. So he started being Superman at 27. Kara is turning 23 in her movie. And that's how you know, because it's like, okay, well, Superman's in a suit when he meets her. So he's clearly like 28 because he's already been Superman. And Kara's just in her Kryptonian suit, and it's just like there's still Kryptonians out there, even though they were infected. We didn't get any word that they were all dead, and then we get Jason Momoa's Lobo, who's supposed to be on par physically with Superman, who's just stuck in a jail cell with this girl, and he just can't break out. And then Kara Zor-El doesn't have any character development because she puts on the suit at the very end of the movie. The last 15 minutes is when she puts the suit on, and I know I'm jumping around, but it doesn't make sense because it just played a scene where Clark was like, "It's good to be good" or some bullshit, and then she puts the suit on, and she's like, and the graphics are terrible in this film. When she puts that suit on and she's in the sun, like
Yeah, it's hard to
that,
even see it. It's not
yeah, she
good.
looks like the baby from Teletubbies. Like it's like her face is
Yeah.
like it's just super huge, and I'm like, okay. But then just leading up, like having the villain, he was really just a villain to be a villain. He had no motivations or anything. It seemed like because they were just collecting girls to be child brides for his people, and it was weird because you didn't know he had super strength until Lobo started cutting down these tanks with child brides, and then the dude just catches a tank with his bare hand and then just throws it. And then I felt like Jason Momoa's Lobo really wasn't needed in his movie. It was kind of like they just put him in there because he wasn't really doing anything significant and just adding dialogue that didn't really make sense. And then yeah, I just feel like a lot of things were out of place. It was a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy humor because why are you in a different you're in a different solar system because there's a red sun so you can get drunk. They're playing 80s R&B hits with a full piano and a singer and disco balls. And then there's a space station with slushy machines. And you're like, yo, like this is all over the place. None of this shit makes sense. Everything is just out of the ordinary, and then the jokes do not land. Like there's this space bus that Kara and Ruthie take, and Kara's like, "Can you get me closer to that sun?" Because she's still, not fully powered, and the bus is like stopped in space because the enemy killed their engine, and the dude was like, "I don't have an engine or balls," and it's like, what? And then just the scenes where she's in the yellow sun just don't make sense because she gets tricked to going to a planet with a green sun. Apparently, the green sun is like poison to the Kryptonians, which I didn't know. I guess it's like that in the comics too. And half the day it's green, half the day it's yellow. Kara gets her powers back, and the villain does not know she's from Krypton, and he shoots her with kryptonite arrows in her chest, and he's like, "I've been saving these for you." How did you know she was Kryptonian? And then she
Yeah, up
just
until that point, that is a good point. I don't know if there was any reason
there
to
was no
compare.
mention there was no mention of
Yeah.
her saying she's Kryptonian, of anybody knowing she's Kryptonian, because she never put on the suit. She literally had on that trench coat the entire movie
Hmm.
until that point. And then the thing is, under the red sun, the first time we see her in the bar with the little girl, she's like, "Oh, Crypto, I can't help." Crypto served no purpose in this movie. Crypto's like whimpering for her to go save this little girl or help the little girl on her journey. Kara's like, "I don't have my powers. I can't do it." She then goes on to fight a full blown Minotaur off of a camel's back to retrieve a sword with no powers. I'm like, yo, this shit is, and it's like you're not trying to shit on it because it's like, yo, I'm looking for good things to say about the movie. It was not good. The fight scenes were not good. We see Kara in that trailer where it goes, she's like, this isn't gonna end well for you all. You're thinking, okay, this is gonna be dope. She's gonna have a good fight scene. No, she's like, just give me 1 second, and she takes the little girl. It's like, hey, just go over there, wait in that corner, really quick. And then the fight scene's going on. We're sitting there looking
With
at
the
the little
girl.
girl
Yeah.
covering her ears during a fight scene. And then after that, after they start shooting lasers and shit, Lobo is introduced by just slamming his arm on the table and then waking up fully unscathed from the whole battle because the whole bar is flipped upside down. And then it's just Jason Momoa with white face paint being Jason Momoa. And it's, yeah, bro, the women representation. And it was just like, when you see this movie, it was like, yo, they should have something a bit more compelling for this story arc. It was like, and it was just like, there's a scene, the scene where like the final battle, they shoot down the nigga's spaceship, right? And at the end, Ruthie is being like circled by all these male villains. It's like Mad Max style, and they're like screaming at her, and she takes out her sword. They don't attack her until Kara gets there, and the ship has crashed into a mountain. Kara's wiping these dudes out. The scene is okay, but the music choice is terrible. It's like you have a pop song every time there's an action scene. They're like, there's just no presence where you're like, oh my gosh, this is a great battle. You're like, why is this music playing? And then Ruthie goes, wait, there's still female brides inside. How in the fuck did they survive crashing into a mountain fully intact in a cage? And then they just come out, Kara frees them, and then Kara zooms out, and then the graphics after that just take a shit, like a nosedive into some bullshit. It is by far one of the worst experiences I've had in a comic book movie. And I'm putting it in the same category as Madam Web, Birds of Prey, and Craven.
Damn. And that's a shitty list.
It is not a good film.
Yeah.
You muted, C.
So what you're saying is me going to see the movie Jackass was better than going to see
Yes.
Supergirl.
Yeah, I don't even think Jackass is funny, and I would go watch Jackass twice in reverse. Before I see this shit.
In reverse.
It was
crazy.
really that bad. I want to hear what Niall got to say.
No, I don't disagree with anything that you said. I think what I do love about what you shared, which is probably not the same thing that I would have shared, but it's so true, is the movie, the biggest thing about the movie is the inconsistencies. The inconsistencies that you are listing here are, I think, the inconsistencies from the actual director. Mr. Okebulon asks as well, was it as bad as Catwoman?
No, I don't even consider Catwoman no damn
movie.
Catwoman is just on some bullshit on its own.
But I do think that which the inconsistencies that you listed out were the inconsistencies that the director made, and that's likely why when they had the test screening and such, his version didn't make it, because it probably did continue on with those same inconsistencies. Those inconsistencies are the ones that have plagued DC the entire time, 21st century problematic content that we've been getting from them. It was the same thing over again. That's probably why he likely shouldn't have been. This is not showing great leadership on Zafran and Gunn's behalf, because you should know that we really cannot get the same things that we've been getting. And if you were this worried after this initial script that you got, that you had to have your own version made that you then would show to test audiences, why was this even a snowball in the first place? That is its own conversation. We could save that for another day. But what I also would like to add is to the inconsistencies that that Nino brought up, that are what I would say are the director's inconsistencies. You also had these inconsistencies that seemed as if they were clearly from Gunn, or at least the studio's direction. And those were the things such as Crypto being a Kryptonian dog who gets shot with a poison and they have to go and get this cure for. I'm spoiling like a mug, but they have to go get this cure for crypto, and crypto, despite the fact that they have to go get this cure for crypto, Kara goes through the exact same things that the dog went through, and then she gets it worse, or at least what should be worse for a Kryptonian. In all cases of what we know to be like detrimental to a Kryptonian, and she can just power through it, but the dog can't. And there's never any explanation of that. And I think that was where the studio kind of had this direction of we need to run further with Crypto the dog. And that's problematic because not only did you take a bad movie, but then you added a central part to the movie that was not one that it seems as if they had thought out fully themselves. That's really crazy. But it doesn't end there. The ending of the movie is around Superman, Kara, and Crypto. And it was something where it doesn't really, the movie could have ended with the previous scene, but instead this scene was added in, and it's the inconsistency of it. This had nothing to really do with all of or much of the movie that came before it, and it doesn't add any value adding it here at the end. Why? There's also the idea of you can see a good movie to some extent. You can see a good movie in this movie. Like you could see where there could have been a good movie. It just wasn't the shell of it that is there is not what they prioritized. It seemed like what they prioritized was making it a Guardians of the Galaxy-esque movie, Crypto the dog, and that's really it. They have this element where they kind of flesh out Kara, but it wasn't nearly enough to what people needed to know. I do agree with Nino. The idea of Lobo being there really didn't serve any greater purpose. The idea of even Krim, who is the main villain in the series or in the movie, didn't really serve a purpose. Not in the sense that he didn't serve a purpose for how they were trying to unravel everything in the film. To Nino's point, we just don't learn or know anything about him. We learn halfway through the movie, that he even has powers. That is not like, I still, even at the movie, with the movie ending, have not learned anything about this character. I don't know anything about this character's history. I don't know why, to Nino's point, I don't know why this character is the way that they are. I don't even know why outer space is the way that it is. Why is it so hectic in outer space? That's why we probably shouldn't have jumped so quickly to an outer space movie, because we don't have any explanation as to why the conditions are the way that they are. There's an expectation that people just know who Lobo is. Me as a comic book fan, yes, I do know who Lobo is, but a general audience member is not going to know who Lobo is. Nothing is explained in this movie.
Bro, watching this movie, I feel like Lobo is a character that really just doesn't work. This 80s, 90s rugged shit with the motorcycle and flying around, it's like, bro, like in the comics cool, but this nigga was not doing shit in the movie where you're like, yo, we need a Lobo film. It's
No.
Jason Momoa with white paint and a motorcycle doing all things Jason Momoa does. This was not no Lobo.
Yeah, bro. That's probably a character that well, again, it goes back to the point that a lot of people have noticed and have brought to conversation since this Supergirl movie released. These are things that need to happen down the line. Nino has been saying this on a podcast for over a year now, probably going on over 2 years now. You need to introduce the central characters of DC into this DC universe if you are going to do it even remotely correct. The reason why is because that is where you can set a groundwork for the rest of the universe. And that is not being done in this current present James Gunn universe. Could a Lobo movie work? After seeing that movie, I would have to agree with you that it just maybe does not work. But it's hard for me to say that because this is just not the time that you necessarily were supposed to be getting Lobo in the first place, bro. That's a down the line thing where it maybe could work with a James Gunn style, but it's on a lot more things being explained. It's something where you have the universe and kind of drawn out and mapped out a little bit more to appreciate that Lobo character. That would make more sense. It's just a mess. The whole thing is a mess. I was getting excited for it after Superman, but I just am totally, and I know that y'all didn't exactly love Superman the way that I enjoyed it. I didn't even 100% enjoy it, but it just was a little bit better than what I was anticipating.
So
But after Supergirl,
I was gonna say. So what I'm gathering is the common denominator is dog's a daggone problem.
it seems to be the case.
way-
It seems to be a terrible plan.
I watched a whole bunch of reviews and people said that adapting this is my problem with these reviews, these reviewer guys. When you say a movie's bad, they say it's because you don't like women in leading roles. It's like, no, my nigga, this is just a bad film. And there's people that work at DC that know James Gunn that are saying this movie wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. But it's like, bro, if you're adapting it from this comic that everybody loves so much, they're like, they changed so much. Because in the comics, the doctor tells her Crypto's gonna be fine in like a day. But Kara, being a good hero, doesn't want the girl going by herself into the void of space trying to catch a killer. And it's never even explained how they track this nigga down. How they know where they're going. They're just asking, have you seen Krem? Have you seen him? And then it's just like all of a sudden he appears because they were crossed at a bar and Kara drinks some fucking poison. And it's like, yo, there's no
The same thing killing a dog.
Bro, there's no context in this movie as to why Kara is drunk. She leaves Earth, she leaves Krypton, gets to Earth within like 2 days, and then she's
Hates
just
the
drunk.
world.
And then hates
Yeah.
Earth, and it's like you have powers, you have this. Superman's been here his whole life. Kara's there for 30 seconds. He's like, yeah, your powers are gonna kick in right about now. How the fuck do you know that? How do you,
Honestly, with no connection to another Kryptonian.
bro? She doesn't speak English, so I'm like, she learned Kryptonian. I mean, she learned English in a year, did all this other shit, and Krypton looked incredibly silly. By the way, it just, let me not say silly. It just looked like niggas was living in Chicago. Like it just looked like a regular ass.
Yeah,
city.
like a regular city. Yeah.
There was nothing alien about it, and that's one thing. Nick, when Krypton was dying, well, when Krypton exploded, they waited like 2 years, had Kara. After they had Kara, she was literally running around like it was like they were the happiest people on planet Earth, like, well, in the universe. Like there was nobody like bullshitting, there's nobody scared. And then people start getting sick because of Kryptonian radiation in the coming up through the from the rock into the water or whatever, and Kara was the only one not affected by it.
Which
And
they didn't explain. Going back to your point of
didn't
that.
explain her father catches it. Her mom passed away from it, and they bury her mother like she's some goddess. They bury her, and that's where she finds Crypto eating in the trash. He just runs over to her, and she picks him up, and then that's how they find Crypto.
He not affected by what's killing them, and he eating the trash of the people that's infected. Yeah, he gets shot by a poison, and that's taking him down. Bro, come on.
Yep.
Bro, if y'all see this, y'all gonna be like, is it really as bad as they saying? It's like, bro, this movie, and you can tell it's like certain scenes, you're like, why did this happen all of a sudden? It's literally like it was two different people directing this shit, bro. It just did not make any sense.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about with the, you could tell that it goes into somebody else. Like, you can feel it in the film. Like, it's like the shell of one film surrounded by the combination of multiple hands. Like the inner shell is the film itself. The outer shell is what we actually see. And that's the thing that it felt like was manipulated by multiple different people to the point where it's like a weird hodgepodge of a film. Yeah, it's sad, bro.
What you rated?
Oh,
I'd
probably
say
a
two.
like. No, I wouldn't go as far as that because I could see the shell of the film, but I would say a 4 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 3, bro.
Not mad at that. So all right, when I say feel like I need to explain too what I mean by a shell of the film. The idea of okay, because part of it is you gotta go to the Superman movie that came out. So what we knew of the Superman movie with Kara is she's got this wild child puppy, Crypto, small dog, whatever. Crypto, and she is kind of a wild card herself. So it's like two complementary wild cards. We kind of get the idea of that from the Superman movie. We never really get an explanation of that, but let's say that we did in the Superman movie get more of an explanation of that. Going into this film, that then would have explained why she was doing some of the things that she was doing and opening it in terms of the drinking and going off world and, the things of those sorts. From that, if they took the movie into one where it was explaining Kara's chaotic nature and her not allowing for the little girl to throw herself into a chaotic nature and the journey that Kara gets to on that from that point of everything that happened with Krim and the connection that she can see in herself with this little girl and the spiral of that, which has already been explained. This is if it were to, it wasn't. But if that were to have already been explained for Kara, then I could feel a pattern of a film coming out of this. It would be getting over the hump story for Kara that could have been told in one where it includes like empowering young women in order to not necessarily be the worst versions of themselves, but to be the best versions of themselves. It would have been a stronger message and something like that. It would have shown Kara officially becoming a superhero in a way that wasn't confusing, but also made sense based off of what we would have previously been known. That would have been a better deal, but that's not what we got. And I could see that I could see that story being there, but it's not told. It's just a collection of things being told as opposed to a central story around Kara that would make us feel better about her superheroic nature and future titles to come in DC. It didn't do any of that. It didn't make me feel any better about any future titles with Kara. In fact, I think we shouldn't see Kara for a little bit.
Bro, I think you hit the nail on the head with that. But it's like with this movie, the next thing that they talked about being greenlit was Jimmy Olsen and Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, yo, this is not good for y'all right now.
What are we doing?
Because I think this is only gonna hit around 150 mil worldwide. It's like at 80. It was I checked yesterday. It was at 83 million worldwide.
Yeah, they
Like-
gonna lose money on this film.
Like green light in that series, and then you have a Lanterns series come out. Then you have Clayface. And this is like before we get any confirmation on who Batman even is. And it's just like, no, this is kind of going downhill pretty fast, y'all.
Yeah, it is. Clayface may end up being like a hit, but it's not gonna make fans more confident in the DC universe, and even if it is a hit. And then you gonna tell me you following that up with a Batman that people go see, people love, and then they get told, oh yeah, no, that's not the Batman in the universe though. Like for the casual fan, they're gonna be like, bro, get this DC shit out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. It's not good. Not looking good. Not looking great.
And I just saw there's a fall off of 74% over the holiday weekend, and it just made $9.6 million.
And that's a holiday weekend, bro. Where people off and would be going to the movies. They have no desire.
Alrighty then. Womp for DC. Finally got it. I'm gonna read this real quick and we can get the hell on up out of here. We'll do our thoughts and opinions on it next week. I'm gonna let it fester with y'all. I also posted it in the actual podcast notes so y'all can read it on your own time as well after we go over it. But just to go over it with our fans real quick, and then we'll sayonara piece it out for y'all for this week. Avengers Doomsday opens in NYC on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's Earth. He's fighting Deadpool and Wolverine, who are sent there with a planet-killing bomb built by Beast to destroy Tobey's world in order to save their own universe from an incursion. Tobey battles Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, who manages to plant the device. Wolverine stays behind when it detonates, and both he and Tobey's Spider-Man, along with everyone on that Earth, are killed. Deadpool escapes and returns to his own Earth, which we see in the distance. Charles Xavier watches the destroyed world below with sadness, but they had no choice. We then cut to Tony's funeral. Steve speaks with some of the heroes, including Ant-Man, before returning the stones. He goes back in time and chooses to stay with Peggy, obviously. They have a son, Jim, named Jim. One day Loki visits them. This is before the Loki season 2 finale. He tells Steve about the TVA and warns him that they will soon prune this timeline because Steve was never meant to live there or have a son. Loki offers them a way out. He can't take them to a universe, or he can take them to a universe where they don't exist and he can live in peace. The Fantastic Four's universe. Before leaving, Loki gives Steve a special card to contact him. Steve and his family lived there for 10 years. We then see Dr. Doom visiting Sue and Franklin. They clearly know each other. Doom says he has come to speak with Reed. He warns him about the incursions and reveals their universes next. He proposes a plan, but they must travel with him to Earth 616. Doom also asks Reed whether it's possible someone from another universe is living in theirs. They scan the planet and discover an anomaly, Steve and his family. They confront Steve, who recognizes them after living there for a decade. They explain the incursions and ask him to come to 616 to help convince the Avengers to trust Doom's plan. They travel there, and Steve successfully persuades the heroes to listen. Next, they visit the X-Men's universe, but the X-Men are hostile. They've survived multiple incursions and trust no one. They assume the MCU heroes and the Fantastic Four have come to destroy them and attack. Reed and Doom explains their solution to build massive cannons on each Earth that will permanently separate the universes and stop the incursions. They will split into teams and each one will go to another Earth to place a cannon there. Meanwhile, Steve tells Thor he met a Loki who is still alive. Thor asks Steve to take him to him. Using Loki's card, they locate the TVA, but when they arrive, everyone is dead and Loki has had his heart ripped out. They realize Doom is responsible. Steve goes back to confront Doom, who reveals his true plan to allow the incursions to happen so he can rebuild the multiverse in his own image and resurrect his dead family. He takes Steve to his castle in Latveria on his Earth. There, Steve meets Doom's followers, masked witches. One of them impersonates Peggy to manipulate him. Doom reveals that Steve's presence in their universe is what triggered their incursion, because he didn't belong there. It also led to the death of Doom's family. Doom became obsessed with stopping the incursion, conducting dangerous experiments, one of which failed, killed his family, and left him disfigured, forcing him to wear the armor and mask. As revenge, Doom kills Steve's son in front of him. Doom announces that the Avengers are coming and Latveria prepares for war. The Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and the X-Men unite and march on Latveria. Thor prays to Odin, who sends an army from Valhalla to join the battle. A massive war erupts as the Earths begin to collide. Eventually, the universes crash into each other and are destroyed, killing everyone except Dr. Doom. It's revealed that he stole Loki's powers. Using them, he creates Battleworld, resurrects everyone, and erases their memories. They believe Battleworld is all that has ever existed. We see them living their new lives in this false reality. Doom sits on his throne as the Emperor of Battleworld. The end.
It's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, it is.
Not crazy,
It's just
though.
my it
Billy
sounds
first.
insane. I do just kind of and I'm okay with the spoilers not really sharing this if that is in fact the actual plot.
Mhm.
I just would like to see how some of the stuff involving Doom will actually be fleshed out throughout the movie, but I do think that they could do that. Um, I don't know how, but I do think that they can do it, and I just would be curious to see what that would look like.
I think they waiting until Secret Wars to flesh everything out with Doom,
Maybe.
which makes
Yeah.
sense because if they tried to put it in here, it'd be too much.
Yeah, having it fleshed out in Secret Wars, where it's like where everybody has their mind erased, and we the audience get a little background. I think that's gonna be
I
pretty.
see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna let that fester on and everything like that, unless anybody else has some quick thoughts on it.
Nope.
No, it sounds good.
I know Secret Wars leak dropped as well. I have to verify the sources and everything like that, and I'll bring that up next week. But we will talk more about this next week. Um, After we have pondered upon this, just to figure out if this works out in a movie format. Off the rip, I think it does, but after further thinking on it, maybe things will change. But nonetheless, do we have anything else, gentlemen, that we want to talk about?
No, sir.
We tried to keep this under 2 hours. This thing was still 2 hours.
Right.
We was gone for 2 weeks.
We was gone for 2 weeks. There was a lot of shit that happened. All right, but we will tap back in with y'all next week. That will be our exclusive. I mean, we might as well factor in. I'll compile the Spider-Man Brand New Day leak so I can give a little bit more of the story baseline for what's going to be going on. Obviously, we have this. We can go back over this one, and then I will have the Secret Wars leaks as well. Probably add in some of that Alex Perez Q&A goodness in there too, just so we can get a full encompassing view of what's been going on with the leaks and everything like that as of recently. But yet again, we appreciate y'all for tapping in again. Mr. Alkebulon, we appreciate you, OD, for tapping in again. Yet another week tapping into the podcast, man.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you.
We appreciate that. We appreciate it was another person that said something
At
earlier
the very
too.
it was
Anansi007. Appreciate you for stopping on by as well. Hey, make sure y'all hit that noti bell. Make sure y'all tapped into all the side content that we got coming out as well. We always appreciate that. We always appreciate the comments as well. Let us know if y'all think we some blubbering idiots up here, or let us know if y'all agree with us. All right, we perfectly fine with either or if y'all in the middle, that's cool too. We hope y'all had a great weekend. I'm not gonna say anything about the holiday. We hope y'all had a great weekend, and we will see y'all again next weekend. All right, y'all stay safe. Peace.